Let's continue exploring the universe within art and the art within Minecraft. I'm your host, OmLedu, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to insta-mine Deepslate. Now, I do think that this is a bug, but it's been in the game for a really long time. I've always thought about making a video on it, but I kind of figured that it would get patched, but it's still here, so let's jump into it. Now, what I have in mind for this video is much simpler than mining with a wither, but it's good to know that that is a thing. Stay tuned till the end of the video to see more on that. And as I'm sure we all know, mining Deepslate is super duper slow. Even if you have efficiency and a haste 2 beacon, it still takes you forever to collect this stuff. And it's such a shame because Deepslate is so pretty. But there is an easy way for you to insta-mine Deepslate. So whether you're trying to gather a bunch of blocks to build something really cool, or you're just looking for diamonds, hopefully this will help you out. And you can use this bug to help insta-mine most blocks in the game. We'll also be touching on stone later on, because you can insta-mine stone without a beacon by using this. But the way that this works basically is you need to give yourself a running start, and start mining before you're actually aiming at the block. So basically, you give yourself a little bit of room, hold down the mine button, and then start running at a line of blocks. Now you also need to make sure to only aim at a single line of blocks. If you aim at any other line of blocks, it will reset the multiplier. So what I think is happening is it seems to be multiplying your efficiency and your haste if you start mining before you're actually aiming at the blocks. Because if you use an unenchanted tool like a stone pickaxe, it will basically just be as slow as it normally is, even if you get a running start. But if you use like an efficiency stone pickaxe, it will insta-mine the Deepslate. I mean, how crazy is that? If you have efficiency on a stone or an iron pickaxe, you can insta-mine Deepslate. Now, this will shred through the durability of the stone tool, but it still blows my mind that it works. Now, you also, on top of efficiency, will need a beacon to insta-mine your Deepslate no matter what tool you're using. And even with the haste and efficiency, sometimes if you run into ore, it will slow you down. So go through and mine out the ore if you can, but even if you run into ore, it's not too hard to restart. All you have to do is back up a few blocks and then start running again. Now, I have also tried this without using a beacon, and it is faster, but it's not quite insta-mine, at least for Deepslate. It is for stone and some other things that we will be going over here in a minute, but for Deepslate, you can't quite get the entire row in one fell swoop. But as long as you have a haste 2 beacon and some efficiency, you'll be able to insta-mine rows of Deepslate even with a stone pickaxe. That just blows my mind. Now also, you need to be aware of your durability. Since you're insta-mining Deepslate, even your netherite or diamond tools will take a huge wallop when it comes to their durability. Now, as for regular stone, if you try to mine it normally with efficiency and no beacon, it's still kind of slow. But even if you don't have a beacon, if you do the running start aiming at a single line, you can still insta-mine stone without a beacon. This is super duper helpful early on to get blocks. I almost always use this method in order to get my initial blocks to make my initial farms and my initial houses and stuff like that. And with stone, it matters less if you run into ore. Like we're going to plow through this coal without it slowing us down any, but then we are going to slow down just a bit when we go through that iron. But again, you just kind of back up a few blocks and restart the process. This is super duper helpful, especially early on when you don't have a beacon. Now with this method, since you have to aim at single rows of blocks, you basically will have to dig the tunnel first, at least the original tunnel. And then you can run through this tunnel, insta-mining single rows of blocks. However, there is a way that you can kind of mix the two. You can kind of dig a tunnel a little bit faster using the insta-mine method. So that tunnel took me about 13 seconds in order to dig 15 blocks, so almost 1 second per block. But if we do the running pre-mine method, and then we keep backing up every time we get, all the way there, we kind of pump it back and forth in order to reset the insta-mine, we can dig a tunnel in about 8 seconds. So it's almost twice as fast, and I kind of messed up a few times, so it could be even faster. But basically, we're trying to, mine before we reach the blocks for one row, and then mine out a few blocks as you're backing up, to increase the distance between you and the next row of blocks. And then as soon as you're no longer aiming at the block, you hold down mine and run forward again. So we end up just kind of running forward and backing up and running forward and backing up, trying to pre-mine rows of blocks. So again, we're going to back up to where we're not aiming at the block, and we're going to run forward, hold down the mine button, and insta-mine the top row. Then we're going to back up to where we're no longer aiming at the bottom row. Then we're going to hold down mine and run forward. Then we're going to back up to where we're no longer aiming at the top, and then run forward again, and just kind of repeat this process. Now also, as I mentioned before, it's nice to try to mine out some of the other row as you're backing up. So you basically just keep holding down the mine button the entire time you're doing this. You insta-mine the top, then try to pop out like 2 of the bottom blocks, and back up until you're no longer aiming at them, and then move forward again, and you'll insta-mine the bottom row as well. So it's kind of finesse. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, but if you can get used to it, it will really save you time. Now, if you really want to save time, you can always mine with the Wither on Bedrock Edition. It doesn't work quite as well on Java, but because Bedrock has that charge that breaks through tons and tons of blocks, if you get the Wither down to like half health to where he starts charging like that, you can just kind of make him follow you down a tunnel. He won't actually be able to get into your tunnel, so he will just constantly aggro you, and you can just calmly walk backwards. And look how much stuff you get. You get tons of ore, diamonds, Deepslate, anything. I mean, this is just absolutely fantastic. This is definitely the most efficient way to mine. And a big shout out to Akeda Wolf for showing me his wither mining method. I really appreciate him taking the time to show me how he does this, because it's so super duper cool. So I'll post a link to his channel in the video description, so definitely go check him out, give him a like, and give him a subscribe. He is totally awesome. But that's all we got for this video. I really hope it helped you out, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions or requests, simply let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to help you out. Or if you don't know what to say, just tell me hi. I would love to hear from you. But until next time, I've been your host, OmLedu, hopefully teaching you a mining trick or two. And reminding you, as always, don't forget to have fun. Bye-bye!